Sergeant Dale Kohr Sr. sat across from his interviewer, Dale Kohr Jr., in Newmanstown, Pennsylvania, asking about a life shaped by war, discipline, and personal transformation. Born in Lebanon, Pennsylvania, he grew up in a working-class family. His mother worked at a box factory and his father worked as a mason. School never appealed to him. Faced with limited options, he saw his future as either working or joining the military. The turning point came after the September 11 attacks. Like many young men of his generation, Dale Kohr Sr. felt best to act. He and a group of friends walked into a recruiter's office and enlisted in the United States Army. While his family felt good about his decision, their worry was he was entering service during wartime. Dale Kohr Sr.'s introduction to the military life began with processing at MEPS in Harrisburg, followed by basic training at Fort Knox. Though often dramatized in movies, he found basic training to be easier than in the movies, though still demanding on its own. What stood out most was the friends. Friendships formed quickly among recruits, created through shared struggle and discipline. Still, there were moments that tested him personally, like the time he unknowingly went on a date with the drill sergeant's daughter, resulting in a day of punishment that he would never forget. After training, Dale Kohr Sr. joined a cavalry unit and soon found himself deployed overseas. His service took him first to Bosnia and later into active combat in Iraq, where he served as an infantryman. There, the realities of war became clear. Days were defined by constant fighting, long hours, and the constant threat of danger. Gunfire was a daily occurrence, and the risk of improvised explosive devices loomed over every mission. Despite the intensity, he and his fellow soldiers developed routines during their time, checking gear, running patrols, and relying on each other to stay alive. Yet, even in a war zone, moments of humanity emerged. Dale Kohr Sr. recalled participating in humanitarian efforts, giving out food and small gifts to local children. These interactions reminded him that some people around him were simply trying to live their lives. Such experiences provided meaningful resolve from the combat. After Iraq, Dale Kohr Sr. was deployed to Egypt, where the contrast was huge. Unlike Iraq, Egypt offered calmness. Soldiers could leave base, interact with locals, and experience a different culture. For Dale Kohr Sr., however, the transition was jarring. After months of fighting, it was difficult to adjust to an environment where danger was not evident. His instincts remained unable to switch off. Throughout his service, the strongest takeaway was the relationships he built. Fellow soldiers became lifelong friends, people he still speaks with regularly, bound by shared experiences that not many others could fully understand. These connections, he said, were among the most valuable parts of my time in the military. War, however, left its mark. Dale Kohr Sr. described becoming more hostile and developing a shorter temper. He didn't sleep well, and his mindset became more vigilant. Shaped by the structure of military life, while the experience made him more focused and disciplined, it also brought challenges that followed him into civilian life. Returning home was a relief, but readjustment was very difficult. Civilian workplaces lacked the intensity he had grown used to, leading to frustration. Still, he acknowledged that the military had ultimately made him a better person, putting good values of respect, loyalty, and honor that continued to guide him. After leaving the service, Dale Kohr Sr. decided that he wanted to weld. He is now an engineer technician and works for Case New Holland. Deciding this was his path after the service was easy for Dale Kohr Sr. because his lack of heart for school and the background of working with his hands was apparent. Dale Kohr Sr. chose not to join veteran organizations or attend reunions, preferring to maintain a more private life. He remained clear that while he was willing to share positive memories and general experiences, some aspects of war were not meant to be discussed. For him, those memories were deeply personal. Looking back, Dale Kohr Sr. held no regrets. He believed in the value of military service and felt that everyone would benefit from experiencing it. In his opinion, serving your country creates discipline and a deeper understanding of sacrifice. The core of his story was a simple but powerful truth. Two veterans can be very different. Both carry their own experiences shaped by where they served, what they went through, and how they choose to move forward. Dale Kohr Sr.'s journey from a lost young man to a soldier was defined not just by war, but growth, friendship, and the lasting impact of service. Sergeant Kohr, thank you for your service.